Well, hello there, and thank you for joining Beaver After Dark. One moment while we play our little disclaimer. Beaver After Dark is not for all audiences. It will be dealing with adult topics and adult situations. Each host will be giving an opinion and is in no means an expert. Listener discretion is advised.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.
Welcome to the first live episode of Beaver After Dark. I'm Beaver, and we are joined by the elusive unicorn, which you would know as Erica, and then
Hi.
our scholar of the Urban Dictionary, Rob Ert, also known as Big Country. Rusty, unfortunately, isn't going to be able to join us tonight because, well, he's a loser and he's in jail again. What can I say? What can I say?
Yeah. He's constantly trying to blame technology on his jail issues.
I know, but what are we going to do? So, the first thing we're going to do tonight, like I always love to do, is trigger Erica. Are you ready,
I don't-
Erica?
Yes, I just don't know why this has to be a thing every week right out of the gate. Let's trigger Erica.
It's always going to be a thing. So, we're going to just share this little screenshot here because I figured this is the best way to start. Have you
Okay.
seen model Deborah Piaxoto? I don't know how to pronounce that, but she thinks that if you smear poop on your face, it will keep you from aging. She also has tried things like applying her own menstrual blood to her face to keep herself young. What do you think, Erica?
I think she probably should just go in a dark room and hide for the rest of her life.
I actually like that she has like a clip on her face. Like,
Oh, so she doesn't have to smell her own shit on her face?
but it's okay to put it
Come
on
on.
your hands and
What are
smear
you
it.
talking about? What? Where is Darwinism when you really need it?
Is nobody gonna point out the fact that this girl is shit faced?
Is this the ultimate blackface?
It's
Or is it
not
brown?
even why would you think okay, there's no okay. There's absolutely no reason to consider rubbing your own feces or your own menstrual blood on your face.
Are you
Stop
sure
it.
there's no reason to do that? Because I feel like there could be a reason to do that. She
No,
is Listen, she is a model,
I don't care.
and she has to worry about wrinkles and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you don't know
You're
how it work.
so she's gonna put shit on her face?
Some people will do anything to stay young and beautiful.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just let her go do that. You go just keep on rubbing that shit on your face. I can't even wait. Let's start marketing shit in a bottle, Holly. We'll make millions off of all the dumbasses that are gonna do what that bitch just did and rub shit on their face because a model did it.
Do
Let's
you
market our own shit. We'll just start shitting in
how much
canisters and put little gold like caps on them and ship them out. Here's your shit in a bottle. Rub it on your face. It's gonna keep you young.
how much do you think people would pay to smear our shit on their face?
Well,
Even
I
if
don't
we
know.
sold
I
one
mean,
shit for $10 and
I
plus
bet I
shipping
could
and
get it.
handling.
I bet there are a few really sick fucks out there that would buy our shit, Holly.
I'm pretty sure there are.
I
Oh
don't
my
I don't
gosh.
think that's really poop. It's not poop. It's not really poop colored. I think that's either dirt or she
Well,
just screwed
Well,
with
she's
some
on
makeup.
a
yeah,
model diet. What does she eat?
let's be fair. She
Soybeans
probably
and
doesn't eat
water,
that
right?
much, and she probably diluted it a little bit. I mean, it is let me see if I can zoom in here.
That's
It is a little bit
disgusting.
it is a little bit.
What
She's
does
not
she
using a lot.
claim that it does? What does
It
she
and
claim
it prevents
prevents
aging.
aging? Does she
Mhm.
know? How old is she? She's a young model. How does she know what prevents aging? She hasn't aged.
Well, because she rubs poop on her face.
Bullshit, because she's young. That's why.
She has not aged because she rubs poop on her face. Let's get that out
Prove it.
there. That's true.
Prove it. That is
I
absolutely
I
ridiculous.
well, look how young she looks.
So every month, does she just like what?
I wonder if she
What?
does it every day or every month.
Well, if she's using menstrual blood, I'm assuming that's only happening once a month.
Unless she saves it up.
Disgusting. It's just disgusting.
Taking it to a whole new level. So as our resident try it girl,
Like Vienna sausages, you just save your tampons in a little jar with solution so it's just oh
I
god.
I'm just thinking
No.
that as our resident try it girl, that maybe this is something you
Absolutely
should
not.
report back and let us know.
No.
She said, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I am not trying rubbing shit on my face. First of all, I'm already old. So we're not gonna be able to tell if it prevents aging because
Not,
I've already aged. So
but you're
there's that,
not.
right?
You
I
maybe
mean,
reverse your age.
oh no, let's see. Let's
All right.
see if rubbing shit on my face will reverse my age. Yeah,
Okay,
it
do
will.
it.
It will prove that I'm an idiot. That's what that will prove. I'm
No,
not rubbing shit on my
come
face.
on, come on, come on. We can do this. You can
No,
do
we're
this.
not
I
doing
promise
this.
you.
We're
Oh,
not doing this.
good.
Listen, nobody got hurt when I got drunk by shoving a tampon in my vagina soaked in vodka. But somebody's going to get hurt if I got to rub shit on my face. We're not doing that. We're not doing it.
But why? I mean, you could reclaim your modeling career or something. I don't know.
I never had a modeling career.
All right. Well, I want to
Okay.
know. We're all trying to save money, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's a rough economy right now. So I have a way for you all to save money. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
I'm afraid though.
This is actually something this girl Vivian on TikTok has actually been doing. Her handle is your rich BFF. Um, she started going on 6 dates a week to help avoid paying for groceries. Between 2016 and 2018, she didn't buy groceries even once, saving her about $150 a week. In which she actually posted a video about this. We're not going to watch it because I'm not giving her a like. But during the interview, this TikTok star admitted that her 2.3 million followers, that she jokingly made the controversial video and she didn't start going on dates just for food. However, she really did notice an ease with her finances while looking for love. I mean, honestly, it's pretty genius to me. If
Yeah,
you
it's a
can
lot
get
of work
guys to
too.
buy you dinner and you can balance them and make sure you have your calendar set that you're not double booking, I say go for it. Guys
Yeah.
wanna buy you dinner and you don't have to sleep with every single one of them, alright. And then you got leftovers for another meal. Just make sure
Wait,
you order.
yeah. First of all, it's brilliant. Okay. And
Mm,
it's a lot of work. You got to get ready 6 nights a week to go out on a date. Right.
yeah,
I mean, yeah. Even if it's first dates, that's even more work.
right.
If you're not like dating someone, right? And since when does dinner equal you have to have sex? That's not a thing.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
If he's
Okay,
putting out,
That's
then
not a
he expects
thing.
you to.
You don't
right.
get sex for dinner.
Look, if this hoe's just using motherfuckers for food, least she could do is, give them a blowjob or
Okay,
let them
first of
hit
all,
it.
they don't know. Well, maybe now they know because she posted it on her story. So maybe now they know, but
Yeah, now they do.
whatever. They no, that's not true country. They didn't take her out to dinner thinking that they were going to have sex. They don't know that she's doing that, right?
Yeah,
But
I
if it
mean,
was on like Plenty of Fish or Tinder, they're looking straight up to smash. I mean, this is how you end up in a dumpster. Don't play this game with people.
What ends up in a dumpster? It's just one meal.
yeah, but she might have gone out with the same guy more than once because I
I
mean,
don't
let's
think
get
you
it right.
can.
6 guys, 6 guys.
No, because then you're talking about sex. Then you're then eventually you're talking about something more. If he's repeatedly taking you out to dinner, at some point, if you continue to do that, you're probably gonna have to put out. You don't
There's
have to,
no
but then
way.
he probably won't take you to dinner
Okay,
anymore.
but listen, 6 guys a week
Yeah,
for 52 weeks,
that's a lot.
times 3 years equals 936 dates. 1, there's no way that she did not have repeat offenders.
There's
I'm sorry.
okay, hold on. Have you not been on dating apps? I think all you have to
I
do is swipe and meet up that night.
I've been married for a long time, so no, I haven't been on dating apps for a long.
I think people are hooking up on the regular on those dating apps. Easily.
Yeah, but do you think she's just, set up 936 guys?
For sure. How hard would it be?
Well,
They're on your phone. Wanna have dinner? Yep, you're good. You go to dinner.
Steve here in the chat says she is just stereotyped herself as a gold digger and leech. Women been fighting that look for decades. And I agree, Steve. I mean, that's the thing. And if this has happened to you, don't put up with that bullshit. Hashtag just text.
That's
Con.
ridiculous. She said she didn't start going on the dates because she wanted it to do it for food. She said that's not why she started it, right? She just
She realized
realized that
she was saving
going
money.
out on more dates saved her money on food, right? So then
Right.
she started going out on more dates. Whatever, country. You're
Well, I
just
mean, if
mad
you're
because you
saving
had to pick
money
a
and
date.
you're meeting people, I'm sorry, but I still think that she had repeat offenders. You're not gonna tell me she went out with 936 or what I say, 900, yeah,
Okay, wait.
936.
Okay, so
I did
what's
the math,
at
Erica.
what
I know math
point
is hard, but
at
I'm sure she had repeat people.
that's a lot of people. I'll give you
Okay.
that. But it is over 3 years, right? And maybe it averages out to that. So maybe some of them are repeat offenders for like a while, right?
Look, by
Yeah,
the
I mean,
third
she could have
date,
found somebody she liked.
with the cost of food and eating out, depending on where I'm taking this girl, you're right. She might have repeat offenders, but by the third date, if we ain't smashed, we're done because hookers are cheaper than dating in this economy.
Okay,
Okay,
but by the
first of
wait,
all,
by the 3rd
I have
date,
never dated
know
anyone
whether
who slept with him on the 3rd date. Never.
yeah. And by the 3rd date, you should know whether or not you like her anyway. Like
There's a
if you
3 day rule. I mean, you put out on the third or you bounce. And, and,
what?
and first date question is,
What do
do
you
you
mean
get
the
a blowjob?
3-date
Spit
rule?
or swallow? And if you say spit, check, please. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
Listen,
There's no such thing as a 3-date rule. Or
Yeah,
that's your rule. You have a 3-date rule. That's
you
your
have
rule.
put out or get out. That's basically what it is.
Then I'm getting 3 meals off country.
Before he kicks me out.
poor little feller.
Oh my god. Well,
No, I can't. It would be a lot of work, honestly. It would be that would be a lot of work to get ready to go out on a date 6 nights a week.
listen, I don't have the energy to try to balance that many guys. This is not happening.
I mean,
I'll
what?
just pick myself.
That's your job. She was basically an escort.
No,
In the literal sense,
Okay,
she really
hold on,
just went
hold
to dinner and
on. So
then went
let's
home.
wager. And Steve, if you're still watching or whoever's watching, drop it in the chat because we're seeing it. How many of the 930, if she went out with 936 different guys, what percentage, or just throw a number out there, how many of them do you think that she actually slept with?
Oh, I mean,
I mean, do they have a picture of this girl?
They do. Hold on. Let me send it out. Let me
I mean,
put
yeah, because we got to see what she
she's
looks like.
she's super cute. Let's just say that
Oh.
I would do her. Okay? Just saying. Hold on.
great.
I'm just saying, I mean, it depends.
I
Hold on.
mean,
Let me
it
get it up here.
oh, wait, so you're saying it would have been easy, Robert, if she's an ugly girl, because then nobody would have wanted to sleep with her.
No, she's Chinese. I got a cat. Fuck that.
I got a cat.
Poor kitty.
She's so cute. Look at how cute she is.
I mean, you got to be into Asian girls, I guess.
Country don't watch Asian porn.
It's not about watching Asian
That's saying something, I guess, because I didn't know there was any kind of porn that country wouldn't watch.
right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I have,
But let's go
I
back to
have,
my
uh,
question.
I
How
have
many
standards.
of the 936 guys, if she went on individual dates, do you think she slept with?
Over 3 years, I'll say she slept with a year's worth. 365.
30%.
That's a lot.
That is super high. I was gonna say maybe 30 or 40
No
overall.
way. No way. No way.
Steve said
Not if
she
you're
used
saying that there were repeat offenders.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
well, that doesn't count as another person, though. That actually just counts as
Yeah, it doesn't, but I don't
okay,
think
so maybe my number's a little high. She's not like Jenna, whatever her name is.
yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
maybe she's not going for the record. She actually just wants dinner. Maybe
I'm
you're
gonna say
closer.
15%, but Steve says she's using these guys. She is a shallow, self-centered Karen. She hasn't bedded any of them willingly.
Wow. Or she didn't enjoy it at least.
You know what? If we're, if I'm just taking you out on a date and you decide to smash on the first date, I don't really care if you enjoy it or not. I mean, it's a race and I'm winning.
I'm so not yeah, I'm never yeah, no. That's why we don't have sex on first dates, Robert.
Robert Wood, he doesn't care. All right. Someone who's not winning is Allie Simpson of Spring, Texas. She is known as a good time girl. So when there was a party at the lake, she was there with a cooler of Budweiser because White Claw is weak shit in her words. Budweiser isn't that much more stronger, but whatever. A typical lake party includes booze, babes, boats, trucks, and wave runners. Night one saw beer bongs and bonfires. Night two was all about the twerk off. And this is where Allie got herself into trouble. Allie entered the twerk off with a few other men and women. Never one to be outdone, Allie had something up her sleeve for her contest. When it came time for her to drop it like it's hot, she hovered over the ball of a trailer hitch and twerked over and all around this thing. Everyone cheered her on. They wanted her to twerk down on the ball, and after enough money flew her way, she did.
Uh-uh.
With one big twerk, Allie snugly sat on the trailer hitch and did what twerking she could, which quickly turned into her trying to get off the damn thing. No one knew that she was struggling to
Oh
get
my
off. They just thought it was part of the twerk off until she finally stopped fighting and started yelling and screaming for help.
Oh my god.
Many a country boy tried getting her off,
Oh,
but they
sure they
all
did.
failed. It was a snug fit. Emergency services had to be called, and after about 15 minutes and a heavy dose of lube, Allie was able to break free from the ball hitch.
No.
Everyone erupted in cheering her successful dismount.
Allie,
So,
Allie.
needless to say, she was the most popular girl in town after that weekend.
Oh,
Listen,
dear Lord.
if you're
Uh-uh.
gonna go for it, I say go for it.
Yeah. Way to go for personal injury in public. It's ridiculous. Oh,
Do you think
it's
it's
so
stressing her so much that
unsanitary.
no guy is gonna be able to satisfy her now?
Way to stick in there and play
No.
does it fit,
A
girls.
trailer hitch is not the same size as a child's head. She'll be fine. She might need some stitches.
Robert, if you ever become a woman, are you gonna try that?
Hell yes. If I woke up tomorrow and I was a woman, I'd go around the house and just snatch up everything and start trying to stick it in there to see if it fits. I don't know
No,
what
you wouldn't.
y'all
No,
are
you
so
wouldn't.
conservative with this. I mean, wine bottles, beer bottles, whiskey bottles. Fuck this trophy over here. Why not? Let's see if it fits.
No.
I
No.
already know I can have a child through it, so I don't need to
This
test
fucking this
anything else out.
this fucking Lego Yoda right here. Let's see if it fits.
No. No. Luke, I am not your father.
Vaseline bottle. Let's see if it fits.
Hey,
I
Yoda,
love-
I'm about to take your ass to the dark side, homie.
Heavy dose of lube too. Like, what was she suctioned on it? A trailer hitch isn't that big either, right? Like, she definitely went further than she should. That
She
thing-
she was small and never took nothing that big before. It just kind of
Bullshit.
closed around it, I would imagine.
There is absolutely no way a small girl that's never taken anything big is going to sit herself down on a trailer hitch, even if she just was twerking.
I
No
just want to know if
way.
it was a 2-inch ball or a 2 and 5/16.
It did not say. It did not say.
It's all about the inches.
Right?
All right. So I am going to break our thing here because I want to touch one more story before we get to your Urban Dictionary.
Ah,
Now, I am going to play a video. This video literally set me off into a rampage today. So let me get that video file up here.
Beaver Rampage.
I was like infuriated because just some things just pissed me off, and this pissed me off today.
when is Beaver infuriated?
You know what? Shh. Sit back and let it happen, okay? Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh well. Can I have more lobster or not?
You can have more lobster once you complete your piece, sir.
I have to eat all this first. To be clear, the rules are that I have to.
So I should have presented this a little bit. He went to an all-you-can-eat buffet in Vegas.
Okay.
He's a TikToker who just tries to make videos. Like, this is literally what he's doing. And at the buffet, there's a sign that says 1 lobster per plate. Now, it is an $80 buffet. So it's a more expensive buffet, but you get a whole fucking lobster. So that's why it's so expensive. And you can eat as many as you want, but they only want you to take 1 at a time. And he loaded his freaking table. He would go up, get one, put it on a plate, walk it back. And he continuously did that until he had what you see now.
Finish a plate before I go back to the buffet.
For the lobsters, yes. We have a sign right
It
over
says
there.
1 per plate.
Yes.
It doesn't say you have to eat the plate before you come back, though.
What was that?
I wasn't even talking to you. Who are you? Who are you? I wasn't talking to
Sir,
you.
will you just please?
The casino who be taking all y'all money has a problem with me taking some lobster, all you can eat. Stop playing with me. So I'm here at the Palms in Vegas trying to put y'all on to the good spots. You know what I'm saying? And the manager comes over to my table like, excuse me, are you gonna eat all that? The rule said 1 piece per plate. So that's exactly what I was doing. I would get 1 piece, take it back to my table, and then go back and get another piece. Hey, listen, after all that, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. That lobster was busting. The butter has some seasoning and only $80 too. This deal is definitely worth it. But the way that they treated me made me want to leave immediately.
You're not supposed to be back here. You're not supposed to be back here. You're not supposed to be back here, please.
Right there. That is bullshit. He took all of that lobster knowing he could not eat it and he threw it away. That is such a fucking waste. And there is nothing that makes me more angry than wasting shit like that.
I'm gonna tell you
Why?
right now, if I'd have been that guy that was like, it's common sense, and then he started mouthing off, I would have just dropped his ass right there. Yeah, that's just some petty ass bullshit he's doing for his channel. And I mean, who wants to watch you be an asshole? Not me.
Right.
He got a lot of negative comments on his TikTok. I went and found the original TikTok just because I wanted to see what the comments were. And people are like, dude, that's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool at all to waste all that food. Had he taken and been like, you know what? I wanted to make this. And well, what he should have done is like, listen, management, I want to make a TikTok video. I'm a TikTok star. I have like 1 million followers.
Right.
If I put a bunch of this lobster on my plate, will you give me boxes so I can take it and hand it out to people on the street or something? There's a lot of homeless people in Vegas that would have been grateful to have a lobster, but you're going to throw it in the trash because they didn't treat you right. And then he's like, oh, these casinos take all your money. Dude, you're putting it in the machine. Nobody's taking it. You're willingly
Yeah.
putting it in there.
Right.
You took that, and that's bullshit.
And who knows whether or not he was actually gambling. I mean, he's just there making videos, eating a bunch of lobster. You don't know
Exactly.
that he gambled any money. The other thing is, they're not even trying to be stingy. They don't tell you to 1 per plate because they don't want you to have more than 1. It's because they have to cook them. And if you just go up there and grab them all, it's a buffet. There's a lot of people. I don't know if you've been to a buffet in Vegas, but they're not skeleton crews of people. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people there. You could have 30, 40 people going through the line, paying $80, and they want their lobster too. And if you're just walking up there, taking all of them and sitting there, it takes time to even cook them. It's
Yeah.
just
Right,
rude.
right.
It is rude. It was, and when I saw him throw those away at the end, I was so ready to lose my shit. I'm like, that
And
is
the
just
look on his
I hate
face.
waste.
Sorry. Oh my
He
God.
was
Somebody
gonna
should have
do
just
it.
punched him.
Talk about
Yeah.
the entitlements of people. That's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. That guy is so fucking entitled. It's ridiculous.
Well, I don't know if it's still there, if it got killed during the COVID era, but there was a huge buffet that I found out about watching a TV show, and it's in Rhode Island, and it was all you could eat, like seafood type place, and they even had king crab legs on there, all you could eat, and it's like $130 a person, and you only get an hour because there's always so many people trying to get
Right.
in.
Mhm.
Right.
And, I mean, to do something like that's just screwed up because that's just a shitload of wasted money for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I went to a buffet, and this is so many years ago with a friend of mine, and she'd walk up and get this whole plate of food. She'd take a couple bites of everything and then put the plate at the end of the table, go back up, fill a whole other plate, take a couple bites of stuff. And I was like sitting there and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I just want to try this stuff." I'm like, "Then don't take so much of it. Like take a small portion of everything." Like that's such a waste.
Right.
I so hate people that waste food like that. And she literally went up like 4 or 5 times and would just fill her plate with stuff, eat a little bit of it, put it to the side, go back up, and I'm like, "Stop doing that. It's embarrassing to me." Like, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. It just that's another trigger of mine.
Another one of
Yeah.
Holly's pet peeves. I don't do a lot of buffets, so I don't have a lot of pet peeves about them,
We had
but I
done
can.
a bus trip to Atlantic City, and it was like you got the buffet as part of your ticket. So it was like $25. They give you $20 to gamble and a free buffet. It was like literally going for free.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, the buffets in Vegas are amazing, right? Like they're they're not joking around. And you do get a lot for $80. I
Yeah.
just you did it on purpose, and when they gave you a hard time about it, you mocked them by throwing the food away as if you're hurting them or like you're somehow spiting them, and you just looked stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why throw it? Why didn't he want to take it with him? I don't even understand. After that,
You
why
can't
wouldn't you
take
take it with
buffet
you?
food with you.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
and the
can't.
plot thickens.
So, because people would just put a whole pile of food and then take it with them.
Right.
Ye So I was in Vegas back in 2001, and they wanted to go to this buffet, and I think at the time it was like $45. It was a lot of money for a buffet, and the buffet they chose had all this specialty seafood, which I am severely allergic to. So there's, like, hardly anything in this whole buffet I could eat except a taco salad. I paid $45 for a fucking taco salad.
Right. Well, wait, don't you know before okay, maybe because you weren't the only one there,
Well,
but you
no,
know what the
but
buffet is before
right.
you
So,
buy it usually.
right, but the thing is that I would have had to go somewhere in Vegas by myself to eat.
Oh,
All
yeah, no, you're
26
not doing
people
that.
all 26 people wanted to go to this specific buffet.
Yeah. Yeah, so you had no choice but to pay the
I had no
$45
choice to
for the
either pay
taco
for it
salad.
or not eat and go somewhere else by myself, and I didn't feel like doing that because, I mean, I was like, what, 27 at the time, and I just didn't wanna walk around a strange city by myself.
The guy's
So,
just rude, but that stuff travels fast too. I mean, pretty
Yeah.
soon he'll be not accepted or allowed
I
or,
would
you
love
know,
for them to ban him from different places.
if
Fucking
you came
Vegas will
into my
blackball
restaurant.
your ass for some silly shit,
They
I
will.
mean,
They will. I mean, and any restaurant. I mean, if I saw him coming, I would be like, "Oh, sorry. No, we're
Yeah.
not gonna do that here.
for
Sorry."
somebody who's trying to build a channel, I'm sure he lost a lot of followers doing that. Because I mean, if I was following somebody that did that, that would piss me off. I wouldn't
Well,
follow you.
I hope he certainly didn't gain any from it for sure,
I would
right?
hope
I
not.
mean,
I would hope not because I can't imagine that people are like, I know, although I will say some people in the chat and in his comments said, whatever, they can afford it. And I'm like,
Whatever. Oh, okay. See, that would have just been for me. That would have been where I pushed over the edge right there. Just bam, right in the that guy would. You don't even see it coming. Somebody should have just walked up and sucker punched him.
yeah, so when I saw people commenting and I was like, don't do it. Don't start a fight on some random guy's page because the more people comment, the more he's going to get. Because I think on TikTok, you get not only views, but comments also raise how much you get per video. And I'm
Right.
like, no, I'm not going to let him make any more money off of this. So screw that shit.
Wow, I really need to stop commenting.
We're going to remove this topic before I get totally set off because I that shit just makes me angry. I even hate when I make leftovers and they get pushed to the back of the fridge and I forget about them and then I'm like, "Oh, they're over a week old. I can't really eat them."
Oh, and you
Sometimes
have to
I'll
throw them
still
away.
sometimes I'll still pull them out and be like, "They might be okay."
Well, let
'Cause
me do it for you. Yes, he is the asshole. Yes, he
he's
is the asshole.
all right, Robert. It's all on
All
you.
right.
Dollar
So,
dictionary.
well, are you gonna? So we're sending it to the show's email address now.
Right. Everything's
So
gonna go
let them
to our
know
email
that.
address. Okay. Well, are you gonna say it or you want me to say it?
You say it. I said you let them know it because it's gonna take me a minute to get it down
Okay.
in my head.
So our email address to keep everything together is realbeaverafterdark@gmail.com.
And
So if
that's where
you
you can, from now on, send the Urban Dictionary of the week. We didn't have a winner this week. Larry, I'm getting your stuff out. I've been super busy. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I apologize. But you won I really liked your Urban Dictionary that you sent. So this Urban Dictionary had more meanings. So I picked a meaning out that kind of went with poop face girl. And so let's rock out with a Steamboat Willie.
no.
Yeah. It's when a person takes a shit on their partner's chest and smears it all the way down their body while smoking a cigar. Yelling choo choo is optional.
No. People don't do that.
If if they're wearing poop, Erica, you're muted. If they're wearing poop for a face mask, it's completely plausible that they're doing this.
I'm
Okay.
so glad I was just muted on that comment. Oh God. Okay. No way. No way. Anyone in their right mind is having sex with someone who's smearing shit on your chest.
This
No
is the
one's
second
doing
one.
that.
This is the second one we've had with
But
smearing
the
shit.
Cleveland Steamer is kind of the same thing. I mean, it's pooping on somebody's
Okay,
chest, and that's
Robert,
old as hell.
I
do
just
you
want you to
actually
know.
think people are doing this? Do we actually think people are doing this?
Right. No, we don't.
That motherfucker is not real.
It is not real.
It's completely possible.
And I'm just gonna say
Oh,
this too.
okay. I'm not saying that it's not physically possible. I'm just saying that where in the world are you finding people where that is a turn on?
I'm gonna see if I can find a video next week to show y'all. I'm
I don't
gonna
want to.
prove
I
this is
know.
possible.
No.
Please
No. Yeah. I don't want. I
Listen,
don't.
I would have never in a million years thought anything like this possible until Two Girls, One Cup come out.
I'm just gonna say that this is how monkeypox broke out.
Yeah. Yeah. Zesty is how monkeypox broke out. Well, you're all gonna get in trouble. There's no way. It's not. It's a damn health hazard. Rubbing shit
Right?
all over the place.
She rubs it on her face. I mean,
It's
and you're telling
waste
me you don't think this
product.
is possible?
It's waste product from your goddamn colon. And if you are rubbing it on your face, you have a mental
Okay.
problem.
Now
She
I'm
is
not
a
gonna
person that needs help.
let me tell you a little story real quick, and I'm not going to name names, but I was dating this girl, and we eventually, well, I ain't gonna tell that because that'll put that out there. But anyway, I was dating this girl. We was over at her sister's house, and we're sitting around drinking beer, and her sisters, like, they were talking about sex stuff, which kind of made me uncomfortable. But then her sister's like, hey, this coffee table right here. And they had this glass coffee table. She was like, the other night I had him lay on, he wanted me to, or he laid under it and he had me to get on top and take a shit while he jerked off. And my beer was on that coffee table. I went and washed my hands and I did not touch that bottle again.
It was all bullshit.
No.
I'm telling you, this stuff happens.
No.
I just
So-
don't know how and so did this person continue to date this
Steve-
gentleman?
Steve in the chat says that there are clubs for these fetishes, or so he's been told.
So he's been told.
I'm telling you, it's out there. Look, if motherfuckers is pretending to be horses, there's people out there that likes to be shit on.
I mean, people like to be peed on. People like to be peed on, though. That's
Golden
what
showers.
No, they don't. No,
Golden
they
showers
don't.
are a
That-
thing. There's a whole category
Okay,
of
I'm sorry,
pornography,
but
just
don't we
golden
have-
showers, Erica.
Don't we have
I
something from
know
the
that there
Russian
are people.
dossier that says that President Trump used to do it in Russia?
Okay,
I
that
mean-
didn't happen.
I know.
I know R. Kelly was big on the golden
There's-
showers. Okay, I know that I know that it's a thing, but I don't actually think it turns anyone on.
There
It's a-
are fetish videos of dudes peeing in girls' mouths, and you can hear the filling up sound. Okay,
Stop it. That is so foul. And I want to try to drink my lemon propel right now. Okay.
I mean, it's not sterile once it hits the air. Again, it's a waste product. It's how your body eliminates the trash and you're drinking it and it's sexually arousing to you. That is a problem. It's a problem.
my old roommate used to pull girls because he would tell them I would drink. I'll drink a glass of your piss if you come home with me, and they would come
And
home
they-
with him.
And make him drink their piss?
They would pee in a glass, he would drink it, and then they would smash. I seen it at least
tell me that
10
they-
times.
Just while they were
Okay,
smashing.
hold on. Aside from the smashing part, let me just say there probably was a time in my life where if I ran into somebody who was like, if you piss in a cup, I will drink it, I would have been like, oh yeah, I'm documenting this. Like this is, and then I'm telling everyone. Like that would have happened one time, but
Oh
the
my
smashing then would not have happened because I would have been like, man, you
Steve.
sick fuck. No, I'm out of here.
Steve says people do the diapers and the bottles. Is any of this stranger than furries? Exactly, Steve.
No, it's not any stranger than furries. That's strange too. I'm with you on that one. That is strange too.
So, speaking of strange, have you guys ever tried mushrooms? And I'm not
Yes.
talking about the culinary delight that you like to eat.
Oh,
13 grams.
yes.
Have you ever had something like this happen? I think I'm on the right screen. Un momento, por favor. I think I clicked the wrong one. There we go. And
A
the-
man, butt naked, slowly strolling down the sidewalk.
It was just true concern of, was he okay?
A neighbor shared this video of the person following his dog through her front yard. Walter feared the man had suffered a stroke or mental breakdown.
I would say he didn't suffer a stroke if he's just walking around your yard naked. Mental breakdown, I go
Yeah,
with.
walking the
Like,
dog. Like
yeah.
I would say the stroke is not what we're talking about here.
Right.
So stunned onlookers decided to approach him.
The other gentleman that stopped him on the street as well said, hey, are you aware you don't have pants on?
Maybe he was the emperor wearing his new clothing.
Who decides to approach
Just like-
him?
Yeah, no big deal. Just keeps on going.
Kathy Miller is thankful to have been spared the view.
If I had, I think I'd have thought something about it.
San Antonio police tell us they were called to George Road for lewd conduct.
There's the bus stop right there where the kids would have been coming home from as well.
Officers quickly uncovered the cause of today's unsightly offense. Authorities tell us the man was high on mushrooms. Police gave him and his dog a courtesy ride home.
If that's what
A man
So, I
I
mean,
love it.
I think that's nice. They gave him a ride home. They
I
didn't
love that they gave him a ride home. That's got to be a small town somewhere, right?
I,
Like that for sure, because you're not getting a ride home from the cops if
I
you're
do
walking
love it,
around naked.
but I'm a little salty because the only ride they gave me was to jail for public intoxication. I mean, they could have took me home, but they did not.
I would love to know what the old lady on the bench was thinking when she said, "If I had seen it, I probably would have thought something about it."
maybe maybe she would have been
I was
were you
like, "Really? What would you what would
like,
you have
were
thought?
you at the pool? Were you at the pool?
Were you at the pool?"
Seinfeld joke if you guys don't get that. And that's all basically I know about Seinfeld besides no soup for you. Uh,
God. Did they
but
say how much he ate?
it does not say. It just says that he they got him he had been high on mushrooms. That's it.
Huh.
So, yeah.
He was hot. I
Yep,
guarantee it.
he got hot.
Yeah. Because it happens. I mean, shit, you'll be sitting there and one minute you're fine, next minute you're just sweat pouring off of you. That's why anytime I did them, I like doing them in the winter because when it makes that transition, I can just go outside and cool off.
Do you think that maybe I am doing mushrooms secretly because I'm getting hot all the time? That's why
Oh,
I cut
yeah,
15 inches off my hair.
no, that's not why we're getting hot these days, Holly.
We're just so hot, Erica. Um, so we all like weddings, right?
Not really. There's
We
people
mind
there.
weddings. There's people
You
there.
just happen to ask the 2 people who have 0 interest in weddings.
Well, I mean, it depends. If it's somebody that you like, if it's somebody that's a relative, or if it's just like you feel obligated to go.
Oh, other
But
people's weddings. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
not
fine with that. I'm fine
not
with that.
yeah. I'm talking
Yeah,
about you getting an invite for a wedding.
yeah,
What if there was a wedding that you were invited to that had rules? Like no alcohol.
okay.
All right? It's
I
their
mean, it's
wedding,
your
so they're
choice
there.
whether or not you go, right?
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, that's okay. It's the no alcohol rule. It's their wedding. That's fine. I mean, some
And it's
people are
basically
really Christian, and
my cousin, oh, she would be my second cousin. She got married. She had a beautiful wedding, but there was no alcohol there.
Right.
She had like mocktails, I guess you would call them now. They just had them as non-alcoholic drinks. But so she had like cute little things set up that you could try. I don't want to say Shirley Temples, but stuff like that. Like Mai Tais that she figured out a way to make them so that they weren't with the alcohol stuff like so it was you still had different drinks besides like soda and water, but there was no alcohol. So
Right.
what about if you're not allowed to make a request to play a song to the DJ? Would that bother you?
No.
Well, apparently it bothers the internet. They also had a do not playlist. I had a do not playlist.
I
I
did
had songs
too.
I didn't want people playing at my wedding. It was basically I didn't want anybody doing what are those stupid things that they do at the
Like
hokey
the
pokey.
dun-na-na-na-na-na-na,
Yeah.
dun-na-na-na-na.
you mean like
Yeah,
the
we're not
electric
doing that.
Dance.
slide?
I didn't care about the electric slide as much, but I didn't want the hokey pokey, the chicken dance, stuff like that.
Cotton Eye
And then, of
Joe.
course, they ended up playing
I
them
did the Cotton Eye
because
Joe at my wedding.
the couple little kids that were there wanted to do that song, and I was like, "Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go outside for a couple minutes."
I
Um,
think you should be able to have whatever rules that you want at your wedding. I don't care how stringent
Right.
you're paying for it, and they're guests. If they don't like the rules, they don't
Well,
have to come.
don't go. That was my thought on this, but people were like melting down on the internet. So this groom and bride had a lot of different memories or a lot of different rules for their wedding. One was no alcohol. The other one was that they had a no playlist of songs and that guests could not make a request to the DJ. Okay, fine. I allowed my guests to make requests, but there were songs I didn't want played. Of course, a couple of them, the DJ comes up and it's like, your guests are asking for this. I had 3 requests. I'm like, all right, just play it,
Yeah,
just
I mean, at
because
some point, but
you had a couple of people that wanna hear it, all right, go and do it. There was another rule that you could not ask the photographer to snap photos of you during the reception or the ceremony. Um, but the couple did have a website set up that if you wanted to load your wedding photos to their app or website, you could do that so that they would be able to see them. And I don't know. I mean, I thought wedding, and I could be wrong on this, but I thought wedding photography didn't charge you by the picture. They gave you a flat fee. Like, this is what it's going to cost for me to take pictures at your wedding. This is going to be what it's going to cost for you to print them, stuff like that.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's like today. You know what's weird is all of these things sound like things I would never do at someone else's wedding. I would never request a song. I would never like I would never be like, I can't believe there's no alcohol. These are not things I would ever do.
Right. Why would you want a photographer to take a picture of
Of
you at
me?
somebody
No.
else's wedding? But
Usually the
Jen,
photographer takes pictures of the whole event. They're taking pictures of everything. And so
Yeah.
you wouldn't be like, who goes over and grabs them? It's like, hey, can you take a picture of me and my no.
right.
Well,
No.
I'm sure people do because it's a professional picture. And then that way, hopefully the bride will order one for them, or I'm assuming. I know, well, but then again, at my niece's wedding, my other niece's boyfriend was the photographer. So he did take a really wonderful picture of me and my husband together, but he was just going around getting all the family, like husband, wife, and kids. Like he was trying to do like that breakdown.
Right.
But yeah, I would never think to go to the photographer and be like, "Hey, take a picture of me and my husband. I want a
Yeah, I
professional
would
picture that I don't feel like paying for."
Jen brings up a good point. She said as long as the rules are clear in the invite. So I wonder if they like send a list of fucking demands with the invitation.
I don't know. I mean, but does
they
it
had
matter?
to have known. Wait, was one of the kids no rules? Was
There was a rule, hold on. Their other rule was that, uh, married you had to be married to be on the list. You could not bring a date unless you were dating over a year. So you couldn't just they didn't want a bunch of strangers at their wedding, which I
Right.
Right.
get. First of all, it's expensive, especially if you have to pay so much per head. I
Right.
did like a buffet, so like people had to help themselves, but I was still paying how much per person. So I limited who was allowed there. Plus, the hall said it would hold like 250 people. And as I went down to the hall and I was trying to set up tables, and I'm like, no way, it's gonna be so packed with my dress and stuff, trying to squeeze through all these people. Absolutely not. So I set the tables up and figured out how I would have enough space without having to be like, can you push in? Can you push in? With my big ass dress trying to get through. And I was like, okay, this is what we're going to set. So I set it at 128 people. And then I made my list. And that was how I did it, just because I wanted to be able to be comfortably able to move around. And of course, other people too. So you're not constantly like trying to get in between everybody.
I
And
think regardless of what it is, it could be a wedding, it could be a baptism for all I care. It's whatever. If you're the host and you're paying for it and you're
Mhm.
inviting people to come, they should shut the hell up. And
Yeah,
otherwise, they don't come, right? I mean, there's no,
it's
it's just ridiculous that people even comment on it,
right. And it's kind of
right?
weird how people get
Right.
so bent out of shape over people importing rules on stuff that they're paying for. I have to tell you, bye, Steve. I see you're leaving. Bye. Um, I cannot believe how people like you're getting a free meal. So what, you can't have alcohol with it? Big deal.
Right.
Like, you're not there to be drunk and doing whatever. You're there to celebrate with the people who
You're
are
not even there to be fed. You're
right.
there to support and celebrate with them, and if they choose to give you food and drink, you're lucky.
Right.
Right.
Like,
Right.
it's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I think
I
the presumption of people invited to weddings, to me, is just crazy,
mhm.
especially if you have to travel. Like, if you have to travel to a wedding and you get a place to stay, and that's still your choice.
Right.
Like, I've been to weddings where I'm hearing people complain about, "Oh my god, it cost me so much to get here, and this hotel is crazy," or, that why did you come? Why did you come? That's
Exactly.
just don't.
No, I know. I don't know why people I like I said, I don't understand why people get upset about stuff like this. Like this is you're not paying for it. You
I know
literally
that there are people that don't send a gift if they don't feel like the wedding was good enough.
shut up.
Yeah. It happens. It'd be like,
So
there's no
so
way.
they
There's
get something out of it for you to get something out of it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Dude, I had a great
nuts.
aunt who rescinded a wedding gift and sent a cheaper one because she didn't feel like the wedding was worth the gift that she gave him.
Nice.
No. That is not okay. I'm
No,
sorry,
I
that
didn't
is not okay.
listen, I didn't say it was okay, but that's a Southern thing. That's a Southern thing.
Right, right.
I have
Don't
never
put don't put,
heard of that. Like,
you don't
what
put uh, you don't fill your registry with, like, top of the line china and crystal and, like, the Kevlar pots and pans or the top of the line espresso maker, and then you throw a wedding that serves fried chicken. No, my aunt was like, "Absolutely not. I'm pulling that gift. Here's some paper here's a picnic basket set."
well, now they have it to go with their fried chicken when they go on the
Right? It was yeah, she was mad. She was mad.
I
But
never
who
thought
don't like
about it that way.
fried chicken?
I mean, I had one thing, and because I know she will never ever listen to this show, I will say it. I had one cousin in my wedding, and when I was picking the bridesmaids' dresses, I only had her in it because they made me. That was one of those, like, you have to have her. You can't have the other cousins without her. And
Right.
then she said, I sent the dresses. I got married at 11:30 in the morning. I had a party all day long and a keg party that night. I had to get married early so I could party all day, right? And she
Right.
said, What color, what the hell is moonlight yellow, and where do you think I'm gonna put it on my body?" That was just the color of the dress, right? And she was immediately that was her response. I was like, "Okay, moonlight yellow's out. Everybody's wearing black. It's now a formal black and white wedding. I don't even care what your dress looks like. Just buy black, you bitches. I'm not even picking." They all wore a different dress. I
Right.
don't even care. I tried one time and I realized it was gonna be such a nightmare, I just gave up.
That works though, because some people like the different body types and stuff, so they can get something that is more flattering for them. The dress that I got for my girls, it had like a halter top, and so it came up around here, and then it was V-necked, and I thought they were really pretty. Um, but
I just did
we got
I
them
don't wanna
somewhere.
I didn't
You
wanna
can
put
get
up
them at a
with it,
bridal
but
shop. I think we got them like one of those stores in the mall that had like some prom dresses, and I fell in love with this dress. I'm like, "Do you guys like this? It's only $120." And they're all like, "Yep." And I'm like, "That's
yeah.
it." And we
You're
got
like, "We like it a lot now, it's only $120." Yeah. I mean, no, I've been in bridal parties while I was pregnant. I've been, to a lot of weddings. Y The behavior of people complaining about how the wedding was run and the choices of the bride and groom is just ridiculous. They probably shouldn't have invited that person. Although, like I said, it was my aunt, and if it's family, sometimes you just can't change how they are, you know?
That's
I
true.
will tell you that Jason's cousin did not come because I wouldn't let her bring her 14-year-old son because I had an adults only reception,
Then she
and
missed out, right? I mean,
she was having a breakdown because her son was 14, and I'm like, "He's not 18, he's not an adult." And, they just didn't come. They didn't even RSVP or nothing because I said she couldn't bring him. I'm like, "You can't leave your kid at home for one night?" Like, whatever. Jen Clifton, I had one that looked like a flowered couch cover. You had what? A dress?
a dress. I
A
think
dress?
she's saying her bridesmaid's dress, or somebody made her wear a dress that looked like
I was
that.
at a wedding one time with someone, and I didn't like the color of the dress. I thought it drowned out my skin tone, but I had to wear what they wanted, so it is what it is.
Right. Right. I
Yeah.
mean, unless it's like I'm not wearing some stripper dress, but if I have to wear and God help me, I'm too old to be in any more weddings, so hopefully I'm beyond having to worry
Yeah,
about
I don't
this.
have to worry about being
Right.
at any weddings anymore. I'm totally done and out of that. But I actually wasn't gonna cover these, but I think I'm just gonna go and do it because why not? We have 2 follow-ups to the Olympics, and I know one is gonna be Erica I'm sorry, This is not intentional to set you off, okay?
Lies.
But we did talk about. Oh, I clicked on the wrong link. Oh no, 1, 2. Hold on. Yeah. Well, I don't have the right link here, but let me pull it up on my phone because I know I have the right link in here. The Olympic pedophile.
Yeah.
Did you see the article about him being so upset that he was crying because
Yeah.
people were calling him a pedophile?
Yeah, it got
Yeah.
me a 24 ban on Twitter.
That got you a what?
Yeah, I got in trouble for that.
No.
I commented on that, and I called him some stuff, and then I got in trouble for 24 hours.
That's not supposed to be happening on Twitter.
Yeah,
So
well, I called him some things you probably really shouldn't call people. I mean, I things you just probably shouldn't say, but I fully was like, the only reason I got out of it in 24 hours was because I agreed to delete it and like not post it. Like you can't say this. I agree. I probably did sound like I was threatening his life. I probably did say some things that he would be better off not breathing. Things to that. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
I
so
said some things you can't say in writing.
You
you
have
know
to use the word unalive. You
right.
can't say.
You have to watch how you say it. So Stephen Van de Velde, whatever, I don't care, rapist, who served just one of a 4-year sentence for raping a 12-year-old British girl. He was found guilty of 3 counts of raping her in 2014, but was selected because he was granted early release from prison and judged by national selectors to have paid his dues. He did not get a warm reception while competing in the French capital. 9 days after his exit from the tournament, Rapist told the Dutch newspaper that he considered skipping the Olympics entirely and shockingly criticized the media for the reporting of the case. Perhaps you shouldn't rape people and it won't get reported, dickhead.
Right.
Um,
This is so ridiculous too. You know what can I say? I'm not even criticizing the fact that he apparently did his time or whatever.
mhm.
And so maybe he's not from the United States, thank God, right? But then even if you're in this country, if you're a pedo and you get convicted and then you get out, aren't you then still prevented from like living near a school or being involved with
Yeah,
children?
Megan's Law,
Or
you have to
you're in
stay
the
so far away.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Right.
They're all kids. Well, not our basketball team because we cheat, but they're all kids.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it says here that he traveled from Amsterdam to the UK and raped the girl at a
Yeah.
house there. And despite, okay, so they're saying that he has now rebuilt his life since leaving prison to the extent that he is now married to a high profile fellow volleyball pro, Kim Behrens of Germany. And the pair now have a young son. Don't leave him alone with his dad. Uh,
Right.
but he actually started crying about how he was treated at the Olympics. And I'm just like, we have the right to say what we want about someone who hurts a child. I'm sorry. I have no
Yeah. Don't rape
for you.
kids. No.
You,
No.
you don't
but
do this.
I 100% agree with everything y'all are saying, but uh, shouldn't the Olympic Committee for allowing it be held accountable before ever? Why badger this guy? You ought to be badgering the people that let him in. I mean, he did the crime, he paid the time. Yes, he's a bad person. He should have never done that. But
Okay.
they
Okay.
allowed him to come to the fucking Olympics where there were children. Now,
So
granted,
then they absolutely are. I don't know how they'll be I don't know how to hold them responsible, but they're the ones that let him come. They're the ones that gave him special access. He didn't have to do press conferences because they didn't want him to get asked about it. They knew it was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
They knew it was
absolutely
going to
do.
be a problem, and they absolutely should be held responsible. For sure,
right.
Robert. I totally agree with that.
That's my whole thing with that. I mean, you know, it irks me that everybody's willing to just constantly badger this guy when you ought to be really pointing the blame at the people that allowed him to compete in the first place. But at the same time, every country all around the world is different. We are more strict on our criminals than just about any country in the world. Life sentences aren't a thing in a lot of countries.
Right. Okay. So if he was a tennis player and he was wanting to play in the US Open, as long as he's qualifying to play and he's coming over and he's playing in the US Open and he's not playing around the kids or right, like
Right.
they're all adults, that's different. Go play, go excel in your sport. But even then, I don't think you should be allowed to avoid being asked questions about what you did.
Right. You should have to speak to the press. Everybody else had to.
Right.
They
And they
sheltered.
were forced to. Not one athlete could say, "I don't wanna be at the press conferences." Nobody can. They have to. It's all part of the game.
Now,
So I want to move on to another article about the Olympics because Iman Khalif is suing J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk in a lawsuit and might also be naming Donald Trump. Khalif is the woman with the XY chromosome.
Oh, the wrestler or not the wrestler,
boxer.
that's just a man
the
and women
boxer.
boxing.
Yeah, the whole thing is still confusing a little bit to me because if she's a woman, she should have XX chromosomes, but whatever they say. She won a gold medal. But Khalif is giving okay, so let me restart that. But Khalif, the games were marred for her opponent, the Italian boxer Angela Carini, walking off during the fight just after 46 seconds. As a result, she spent the rest of the games having to fight noise outside of the ring over a failed unspecified gender eligibility test. The International Boxing Association banned her from the competition and boxing and women's competitions. But with the IBA stripped of its recognition by the International Olympic Committee over integrity concerns, the IBA ban was not recognized by the Olympics. Instead, the IOC, International Olympic Committee, used differentiating criteria, including what is on an athlete's passport. In the case of Khalif, it states that she is female, something she is not, has never not claimed to be. Felt like two negatives right there. Now, Khalif has filed a lawsuit in the French judicial system over comments made on social media following gender eligibility test Roe, citing allegations of acts of aggravated cyber harassment. So you're not allowed to have an opinion. The Paris lawyer Nabil Booty, booty, shake your booty, who was representing Khalif, spoke to Variety, where he confirmed Rowling and Musk were named in the legal file complaint with the Anti-Online Hatred Center of the Paris Public Prosecutor's Office last Friday, August 9th. The lawsuit has been filed against unknown persons, which is written as X, meaning the prosecution has the scope to investigate all people in relation to what was said about Khalif.
Dear.
This includes anonymous accounts and those with pseudonyms.
I'm about to get fucking sued.
Right?
You're about to get
so
in
much
trouble.
fun of that bitch.
Trump tweeted, so whether or not his name is in our lawsuit will inevitably be looked at into part of the prosecution. So if you made a comment and then she doesn't like it, I say, fuck you. It's America. We can say what we want.
Yeah. She's not going to
can't
care
do-
what we
you
say.
can't
We don't have any money for her to go after.
Right. We're in America. We're allowed to have an opinion. This is not Paris or anywhere else. So there's no cyberbullying law that I'm aware of in the United
No.
States yet. And even
It's
still,
a dude with a
the First
slit.
Amendment thing, dude,
I mean,
America.
I mean,
It's
go ahead.
If you have a pussy, stop being one. God damn.
Well, by this standard, I mean, what the Olympic Committee is stating is Jake Paul can put on a blonde wig, change his passport to female, and he's in the Olympics boxing women. But here's the thing that I was doing. Every single article I found, not only did I troll it with my classic nature, but I also posted a meme with her and Colin Kaepernick together, and it said, I'm just saying it's been a while since I've seen Colin Kaepernick. Because
No, you
they're
didn't.
almost identical once you shave his fucking afro off.
No, you didn't. I love
Yeah.
you.
And I bet I've done it on 40 posts. So
I
yeah.
can't believe I got in trouble for what I said about this stupid volleyball player, and you didn't get in trouble for that. That's what?
Look, Facebook, you know, they finally, I think they finally realized that they were just being too hard on me, because there was a time I couldn't say nothing without going to Facebook jail.
Oh my
So
God.
I
I'm
mean,
jail.
they, you know, they're like, oh, this poor little fella, let's cut him a break.
Let's cut him a break. He's always banned.
All right. I want to talk about something positive. And this is
Like
a good
AIDS?
Samaritan. No,
Oh, okay.
it's not a pregnancy test or anything like that.
Okay.
This is a good Samaritan and a cop and an amazing rescue.
She having a fever. She's sunk. She's in the water.
Oh, come on, hop in. Is she in there? Is somebody in there? Is the car unlocked? Here, I got a punch. Here.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's the water on his microphone.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna have to bust out a window to depressurize that car.
Get her up here.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So that is just one of those things where two of my fears. My biggest fear is burning alive. My second fear is drowning. And that just like
That's crazy. She
Yeah.
had a seizure though, so she couldn't punch herself out. God, that poor little kid must have had to get out of the car and go up and flag someone down, and that was just some random person on the side of the road.
Right. Right?
Wow.
I mean, do you finally get somebody there? And oh my gosh, I can't. How do you?
You know
Any
what? I would
just
I would try to do whatever I could. There's no way that I would have to try. I would have to do something.
Yeah.
Especially you
Right.
got that little kid running up to you. What are you gonna do? I mean, you just gotta
Right.
try.
Yeah, you do. You do. All right. And then how we end every episode, my favorite thing is our motivation of
Shit over the crap I post. Man, I fucking love it when people lose their shit.
I don't know why it's doing.
Man, I fucking love it when people lose their shit over the crap I post. Seriously, it's a fucking joke. Kind of like your miserable ass life. But hey, if your life's already a dumpster fire, I guess it's no shocker you can't handle a little fucking humor. It's like I toss out some harmless bullshit, and suddenly everyone's got their panties in a fucking twist. It's not that fucking deep. So if you're fucking butthurt, just keep scrolling, you fragile ass snowflakes. It's
I'm just gonna pause it there to hope it doesn't give us a violation.
Get us in trouble.
I know. First show up, first show down.
First show up,
Right.
first
It's
show
playing
down.
It's playing Thunderstruck, and I don't know if they're gonna give us a thing. I went 25 seconds in, so I'm hoping pausing it here is gonna be
Can you put like we do not own the rights to this song on there? Like
I'm gonna try to do that. I have to
Right.
figure all that out. But I just figured I'd pause it and hopefully it doesn't. So let's listen to the rest of the motivation.
It's fucking hilarious how a simple post can turn grown-ass adults into whiny little bitches. But here we fucking are. So go ahead. Keep getting pissed. Keep raging in the comments because it adds fuel to my entertainment fire. Your meltdown is my fucking amusement. And if you can't handle a fucking joke, then maybe you should figure out why you're so fucking triggered. Keep raging, keep bitching, and I'll keep laughing my ass off at how worked up you get over some harmless shit talking. Seriously, if a dumb post has got you this riled up, what the fuck are you gonna do when life smacks you upside the head for real? Toughen the fuck up or keep being my personal clown show. Keep fucking shit up and spread chaos like a boss.
Always spread chaos like a boss. And I want to thank you guys all for tuning in to the inaugural live episode of Beaver After Dark. Thank you, Erica and Robert, for staying out of jail this week so that you could join us on this live. And hopefully next week, Rusty will be out of jail, but we're going to end it right here. And don't forget to like, follow, share our show.